what you're saying is you think that courage kind of applies to an extraordinary situation.
Yes.
Is that okay? And so go ahead.
When you see some people know Pete's and my story, or specifically Pete's story, and we have heard it over the last 2 days, how much courage he has for doing this and for handling the situation like he is. There is not much choice. You either way can be miserable, or you take one step at a time and just get it taken care of.
But do you think it's possible? Oh, I'm sorry, Pete. Go ahead.
I do hear the word a lot. I hear people use the word courage, and I know. I guess there's two different ways of looking at it. Outward looking in, it can look very courageous. I think from the inside looking out, it's more a matter of choice, not so much courage. If you choose to look at it in one way versus another, I'm going to be happy about this, or I'm going to be miserable about this, or I'm going to take charge, or I'm going to hide. Deciding how you're going to handle the situation, making good decisions, hopefully making good decisions, from the outside often looks very courageous. And I think what Evie's talking about is that, at least from this side, it's just about trying to make the best decision you can and the best quality of life, at least in our situation, that we can. And I know I don't feel courageous in what I'm doing. I want to make her life better through the crap I'm putting them through. And so a smile beats the heck out of whining, and I feel better about it that way. But I don't view it personally as being courageous. I just want to make a good decision, good choice.
I'm wondering whether or not people need a little bit of background here as to what's been going on, and why I felt it was so important for you guys to be on, and
Do you want me to tell the story?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll premise this in that I think I've lived probably one of the best lives a human being can live. Growing up in Northern California, we have a home on family property that dates back 100 years. My mom lives next door. I've got cousins that live on the property. Live in the house that my grandparents built, and literally born and raised on the same property, which is pretty rare. And then we have a summer cabin in the high Sierras. No electricity, no telephones, no running water, but one of the most beautiful places on the planet. And so 3 months out of the year, we'd live up there. We didn't have money, but we didn't know we needed it. And so I consider a life lived like that. It was just perfect. And then you have things happen to you that can kind of take you by surprise. And 2 years ago, just a few days over 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with advanced stage 4 cancer, head and neck cancer. And they told me it was really bad and they didn't think I had a good chance. That doesn't faze me a bit because I'm not going to put up with that. So we went through the chemo and extreme radiation and all that fun stuff, and a year later I was given a clean bill of health, all good. January of this year I started developing severe headaches. I lost the ability to control the vision in my left eye, found out I had a new cancer, not the old cancer, but a new cancer in my sinuses this time, and this I had a 5% chance of survival. But I had a chance, and so we did surgery down at Stanford Medical. They took out my left eye. They removed a very large tumor, and then I went through a couple of months of chemo and radiation. Again, I've been very lucky in that I have no fear. Of course, I've got this German right here with the baseball bat, so if I ever step out of line, she corrects me. And 2 weeks ago, I started getting, and I should be all clear. I expect to be all clear. I know I'm going to be all clear. But 2 weeks ago, I started getting headaches on this side, and my the eyesight on my right eye started to go bad. So we started our tests, and yesterday at noon, the doctor came in to us and said that the PET scan showed that they had not successfully gotten the cancer from January, that it has now spread across my forehead, But more importantly, it looks like it's in the bone, probably entering the brain, and they see spots in my bones, which they believe means it's blood-borne. And based on all the evidence that they have right now, they think I have 2, 3, 4 months of some life left, and I'll probably be gone within 6 months. And that's some powerful information when you get that. But for whatever reason, it's like a light turned on. I have more energy and more drive and more desire to make every second count that I possibly can. I want to be with her and I want to make her happy. I think the biggest challenge for me is getting rid of all the junk so that I can minimize the pressure that's on her and my mom who lives next door and Mark, my friend. The pain that they suffer through me is far worse than any pain I've got. And I just want so much to make this easy. So it's about smiling and letting everybody know I'm okay. This is not about me. Carrying this forward and doing what I can to help people is the only way I can make this count for something. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I want to do.